Hi, Karen Deis here, publisher of Mortgage Currency Magazine, and this is the May 2012 recap of all the mortgage rules and compliance changes that occurred over the last 30-day time period. So first of all, let's get started with NMLS. You might want to log into your page because there have been some changes made and enhancements. They've updated some of the forms to include additional legal wording, and it's easier search engine features and easier to update your information. And second, you'll probably want to read the Consumer Finance Protection Bureau's latest bulletin regarding transitional mortgage licenses. It basically says that the states can decide whether to allow it or not. Now, here's something to think about. If you're not licensed, you're registered and work for a financial institution, you may want to consider getting your licensing, because now with the new transitional license, if you decide to change states or even institutions, this becomes very, very important because there is no transition from a registered loan officer to a licensed loan officer. Now, I have to tell you, there's nothing really new with FHA and VA this month whatsoever, but what we did for you was really, really cool. We went back through FHA and VA and looked at how to finance rural properties. We've created a mortgage talking points called What You Need to Know About Financing Rural Properties for FHA and VA Loans. And yes, there is financing available for that. We created a handy chart for you to share with your real estate agents. So now on to Fannie and Freddie. Now, HARP continues to haunt everyone, and Fannie just created a new appraisal FAQ, which has about 8 questions in it right now. Now, some of the questions in there are like, does the number of submissions impact the eligibility of a fieldwork waiver? Or when DU issues an estimated value, can I update it in DU and resubmit it to underwriting without any changes? So stay tuned, because what we've seen is that every time there's a new FAQ out, it generates more questions. So we'll update you next month on some FAQs, but this is something you really want to read. Now, we generally don't write about servicing issues when it comes to FHA and Freddie and Fannie. But we thought this one was important enough not only to write about it, but to create a mortgage talking points for you and your real estate agents. Now, what the servicing issue is about is they've established timelines for processing short sales. And you know out there that it is a frickin' mess, and it has been for years. So Fannie and Freddie got together and said, hey, servicers, you need to follow these timelines for consumers and the real estate agents who sell these homes, because they have to see some kind of light at the tunnel. It can't go on forever. So why is this important? Well, I don't think all servicers are going to follow this, even though it goes into effect on June 15th. But if you know the rules, if your real estate agent knows the rules, you can call them on the carpet and say, hey, I know that you have to do this these things within a 60-day time period. So, hey, you'll find a couple of tweets and also a Facebook post when you log in. And finally, with USDA, really important clarifications when it comes to their pilot refinance program and their streamlined and non-streamlined refinances. USDA has provided detailed information on how loans are to be processed and underwritten. Now, just a reminder, the USDA pilot program is their version of HARP, and it's available in only 19 states, but doesn't require a credit report or an appraisal. And one other thing, USDA has gotten really, really high tech when it comes to their eligibility map. Now, not only can you easily find properties that qualify, it has a zoom feature, it has an aerial view, and it allows you to print the areas that you've pinpointed. So again, use this. There's an automatic tweet with the link that you can send to your real estate agents. Now, there's several other articles that I have not mentioned in this video that you might want to read, but I always want you to remember that getting a loan approved these days is rocket science. Thanks for listening.